Central government, the BJP, which is inflicting the maximum damage. The farmers are careful in a way that they have not blockaded all the roads to Delhi. Now it is the government which has constructed the barrier. They are throwing tear gas shells, drones, and firing rubber bullet. Also, reports have come in that they have fired live bullets also.
Do you think this will create an impact in coming parliamentary election?
BJP will definitely have losses, especially Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, parts of UP, then Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan.
ਬਹੁਤ ਬੜਾ ਬਈ ਯੁੱਧ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਯੁੱਧ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ
I think states like Tamil Nadu, where the condition of farmers is not so good. Your parties also ask for pensions for farmers. Protest will definitely go long. I don't think government is going to relent very fast. Things might turn very messy.
KLM Digilakshmi, smart way to invest gold.
Visit India's first underwater tunnel aquarium at VGP Marine Kingdom, Chennai.
ரெட்னூல் நேர்களுக்கு வணக்கம். பஞ்சாப்ல இருந்தும் ஹரியானால இருந்தும் உத்தரப்பிரதேசல இருந்தும் டெல்லியை நோக்கி விவசாயிகள் போராட்டத்துக்காக வந்துகிட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ இந்த போராட்டம் குறித்து நம்ம கூட விரிவா பேசுறதுக்காக பஞ்சாபை சேர்ந்த சமூக அரசியல் அமைப்பின் தலைவர் அஜய் பால் சிங் நம்ம கூட இருக்காரு. வாங்க பேசலாம். So there is a huge protest in Delhi, and our country's capital is surrounded by cops, tear gases and barricades. One side farmers are protesting, and other side the cops and paramilitary forces are shedding tear gases. What is happening in Delhi, sir?
There's a farm protest again. I mean, there were some promises by the central government when the farmers had called off their protest last time. They had promised punishment to the Lakhimpuri case people, then implementation of Swaminathan Commission which gives better prices for the crops, and above that, guaranteeing the minimum support price, making it a legal guarantee. So all those promises were made, but the government has renegated on it. They have not. They have run away from implementing those promises. Now the farmers are up again in the protest against it because they now want to ask for their rights. They want that the debts which have piled upon them because of the wrong pricing or less pricing, that should be waived off. Then they want that the promises of Swaminathan Commission and those minimum selling price guarantees should be there. And in addition, this time they are seeking some reforms or some rights of the laborers also, the farm laborers, especially when they ask for Manrega scheme, at least minimum 700 rupees of daily wages. So it's basically a Kisan and the laborers movement. It is farmers and laborers to get put together, or you can say every kind of people who earn their living through hard work.
In Delhi and Punjab, the ruling party is Aam Aadmi Party, and the party is also in the alliance of INDIA alliance, including Congress and Communists and various other parties. Are they supporting the farmers?
As of now, they are verbally definitely supporting the farmers. It's the central government, the BJP, which is inflicting the maximum damage. In Haryana, you have a state government which is run by the BJP. In center also, because most of these demands are in the purview of the central government authority. They only can implement it, and the demands are also from the central government. So they are barricading the routes to Delhi, the main highways. There's a rivulet, or you can say a non-perennial river called Ghaggar, which runs from there. And on that bridge, they have put in a barricades, which are almost 12, 13 barricades, huge barricading. And it's almost like walls. Then they are tear gassing the place. They are throwing tear gas shells through drones and firing rubber bullets. And there are also allegations that also reports have come in that they have fired live bullets also. And another side is that little downstream that place, there's another border which is called a Kanori border, which leads to Delhi, but through a different route. Now on that border also, there are skirmishes going on. The farmers are not fighting back. They are in defensive mode, but they are totally non-violent. And but the government is into a repression mode, and they're firing and not letting the procession proceed towards Delhi for their rightful protest, which is, I think, a right as far as the constitution is concerned, as far as Indian democracy is concerned, or any liberal democracy across the world is concerned, who then call themselves a democracy of any kind, they have a right to protest. They have a right to voice their concerns, which is being at the moment, that is being stifled, that is being stopped, and stopped in a violent manner by the state.
So, as you said, tear gases are shedding through drones. Do you think is this a way to treat farmers in the capital?
I think they have they have resolved it, and they will definitely reach. Yes, it might be difficult, it might take time, but more the time it takes, more is the erosion of the moral authority of the government. See, the thing is that if they barricade it that way and the farmers break, and there are injuries, like yesterday, day before yesterday, farmers sustained about 80 injuries, which out of which some were very grievous and fatal ones. Then yesterday also there were 40 injuries. They are learning how to fight the drones. They are learning how to defend themselves. But eventually they will break through those barricades. But the thing is that uh, as they move forward, as they go forward, and the photographs and the media gets the reports of these injured farmers, and they are splashed across the world. It's the moral authority of the government which is going to be going to be at loss. So in any case, whether farmers reach Delhi with a difficult fight, or they take on injuries, they take on bullets. It's the losses of the government, because it's the credibility of the government which is at stake. They have the farmers have a right to protest. They have a right to go to their own capital in Delhi. They have a right to ask for a place where they can protest. So, in case they are being stopped, in case they are being waylaid on the way, and there is the repression on them, then definitely it's the government who's going to lose the face eventually. Whether it takes a lot of time, whether it takes a month to reach, or whether it's overnight that they reach, but I think the resolution which I've seen amongst the young men, the resolution which I've seen amongst those leaders, there are two things which is credible and which needs to be mentioned. One, they are totally non-violent. They are fighting the repression in a very resolutely, in a non-violent manner. They are taking it on. They are stoic, and they as we call it in Punjabi, they are in total sabr. I mean, they are taking on the enemy and the forces. Second is they are very resolute that they will reach Delhi, and greater the repression on them, more are the ranks which join them. Every day they are swelling, day in and day night. Interesting incident I can quote you from the place, that at one moment the security forces, the ones who were firing shells at them, wanted to have their lunch. So one of them walked up to the farmers. They said that we want to have lunch. So can you stop your movement further? They said, okay, you have your lunch. Then only we will start proceeding. So see the gracefulness of the whole thing. See the kind of quality of men who are representing it. I mean, it makes you proud of these people, and that they are not there to take advantage of any situation. They are there to assert their own right, and which is rightfully their right also. I mean, if you call yourself a democracy, if you call that you can protest, every farmer, a single individual or a group of people, farmer, laborer, or anybody as such, has a right to protest and right to register his demand and register his protest against a particular law, a particular kind of situation which has arisen, a particular kind of system.
2020, the farmers' protest was started against the government. The unity of farmers have brought many of the leaders' support from other countries also. Do you think this endless rallies and endless protest will pay off their struggles and help?
See, the farmers are careful in a way that they have not blockaded all the roads to Delhi. People can proceed to Delhi via Chandigarh and Ambala also. They can proceed to Delhi through any number of roads. They are asserting that, okay, we have a right to go. And they are only asserting their right in the place where the barriers have been constructed. Now, it is the government which has constructed the barriers. It is not the farmers who have constructed the barriers. And irrespective of all those things, irrespective of what kind of trouble you take, what kind of difficulties are there, or what kind of obstacles are there, but the right to assert, the right to speak against injustice is is the fundamental right of every human being. It is there. It is validated there in our religion. It is validated there in our culture, and it is validated there in modern liberal democracies all across the world. Modern, irrespective of even dictatorships allow these kind of protests where people can speak out themselves. Monarchies have allowed these kind of protests. So it's one of the fundamental rights of every human being living on this earth, that he or she can protest against the injustice. He or she can raise his demands. So there's no such thing that such struggles will cause any problem. Coming over to whether talking about farmers or people living in these states, I think as they go through the process, of every agitation, they learn day by day. They learn the better way of how agitations can be worked upon, how they can be controlled better, how the press has to be managed, how the drones have to be handled, how the repression has to be done, how the repression has to be managed, and how the offensives, how you have to remain defensive and calm in a situation. So more the government victimizes us, the more the government pressurizes us, the better we will emerge in these situations.
Farmers are the major support of vote bank, and farmers can influence the people, and they have an emotional connect to people. So do you think this will create an impact in election, coming parliamentary election?
Definitely, they are going to create an impact. And if the repression goes on, the impact will go exponentially higher. If the repression carries on the way it is, then the BJP will definitely have losses in northern India, especially Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, parts of UP, then Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. These are some of the key areas where BJP wanted to gain. But in case they continue the repression, and interestingly, more the repression, more is, and there's going to be an exponential rise in the rebellion against them, or anti-incumbency against them. And I foresee that the way the government has taken a stand, the way the government is handling the crisis, the way the government is bent upon crushing the people, their own people, all across these states. I think government is going to face a major anti-incumbency in coming elections.
So apart from Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, which states farmers are supporting for these protests?
I think people all across the country should support it. Anybody who calls himself a farmer, or anybody who is a worker, should support this kind of a struggle, because it is not for any particular region. It is not for any particular caste, religion, or set of people. It's basically for everyone who works, everyone whose bread comes on the table by hard work, manual work, by hard work. He should be the part of this agitation. Then there are tribals. There are people from Chhattisgarh. There are people from UP. There are people from Bihar. Then I think states like Tamil Nadu, where the condition of farmers is not so good. I mean, like a lot of your parties also ask for pensions for farmers. Here, these people are also asking that farmers should have valid pension. I think farmers and workers both should have some pensions when they retire, because they live day to day, and a security net is must for them. So anybody who is against the neoliberal policies, who's against this corporatization, who feels that they have been cheated and their rights are being eroded, they're financially being stripped off, should be part of this. But and the protest is definitely getting a lot of mileage on that. A lot of people are joining the ranks, and it is swelling day by day. And these protests don't build up in a day. It will take another 15 days or 1 week for it to emerge in a particular fashion or in a particular way.
People in the village who supporting farmers are threatened by the government not to join the farmers' protest. Is that true?
I can't say about Punjab. Punjab, there's no such thing as such. But Haryana, yes, there are cases where which we have heard that there are cases where the people have been threatened. Those leaders who are young, second-rung leaders, Their families have been threatened that they should not be joining the protest. Definitely, as I told you, that the government in Haryana is a BJP-led government which has interests in connivance with the central government. So definitely, their response to what the protest, their response to the protest is going to be definitely different from what is going to be the response of Aam Aadmi Party or Congress-led leadership uh, at the moment.
Okay, how long this protest will go?
Very difficult to say. Protest will definitely go long. I don't think government is going to relent very fast, and I don't think, on the other hand, as I earlier said, that there's a resolute farmers are resolute about reaching Delhi and protesting about it, and they have their right to do that. And things might turn very messy, both for the government as well as for the people who are protesting. Things might turn The situation might turn difficult, but I see that lot of resolution on face of farmers. I see a lot of support they are getting from Punjab and Haryana. Though it took some time, but the people are joining their ranks. People are coming in large numbers, hordes. So I think it's going to be a prolonged fight.
Because we haven't expected the last protest will go on for 13 months, and the government had, after 13 months, the government had returned back their rules against the farmers. So this is the time, right time, and the very crucial time. As I already said, the election is coming, yet to come in a few months. So this will go on for months, or this will end soon?
No, I don't foresee it ending very soon. I think it will definitely carry on for a longer period. Because had government been interested in ending it soon, they won't have raised the stakes so high. They won't have raised the situation to this level. And now, since the situation has come to an impasse where the government has gone into repression, I don't think it will be easy for the farm leaders to scale down their demands and not ask for what they have been asking. And out of them, the crucial ones are not the government, as it has a stand towards pro corporate, have a very different kind of stand. So they are not likely going to bend in front of farmers. So what I foresee is that the protest will carry on into the election period also.
So we have to wait and see what will be the result in upcoming days. So thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
KLM Digilakshmi, smart way to invest gold.
Visit India's first underwater tunnel aquarium at VGP Marine Kingdom, Chennai.